If you love it, tell me why. If you hate it, tell me why. Even though I don't mess with you. Get out. I'm gone. Picture this. It's 2020. It's the pandemic, and we've been on lockdown for at least 6 months now.
I'm so glad I wasn't born by that time. Lockdown seems like it was a bummer.
Yeah, bro, it really was a bummer. Nasty C has dropped in August. Yeah, it was in August, right? He has dropped Zulu Man with some power. There's some bangers over there. Casper has dropped AMN in September. And you are a young upcoming artist from Durban. You're thinking, what should I do? What should I do? You have at least 200 songs dropped. You have 100 in the bag. And you're dropping every single week or every single 2 weeks. So that was the case with Ubani, Somnyama the Animal, the one and only, man. So I got a couple of points here. My name is Ed Nawan. I'm your host today for Ed Not Expert, where we talk about music, pop culture, and everything that's interesting in SA online. So as I get into this episode, the main question is, was Blxckie what SA hip hop needed? So my first point here is that Blxckie came at a point where we are starved of music. It's locked down. Only a handful of hip hop artists have dropped. Amapiano is taking over. In fact, it had taken over. You see, there's no shows because of lockdown. So even the impact that hip hop has with the mosh pits and the shows is not there. So Blxckie had just but he had this agreement with Lucas and other people before him, staying at the crib with his friend Leo, still long time friend and collaborator even now. They were hopping crib to crib, and then guess what? The worst had to leave. Well, one of them had to leave, so they had to make a super difficult decision, and they came upon the decision that no, man, Blxckie closer to the dream, so Leo should leave. And I like how it never led to fallouts or anything like that. Those niggas are brothers for real. Come October, Blxckie has been doing a couple of lives with Lucas Raps, and they have this song. They think, nah, this is the one, and they drop it. Guess what that song is? Like I got two was on. That's how she sound when I pipe. She say, hey, my nigga, don't do it right. Yeah, damn, bro. Like that nigga was like on fire the whole time. What him and Lucas Raps were doing, man, it almost seemed like what the SoundCloud era in the States was doing in 2016. Like, it was lit. The beats weren't super produced to the point where you felt like it's very mainstream. You didn't feel like there were artists who had made it. You felt like they are on the rise, even though Lucas Raps was already almost there, but it was also on the rise. And trust me, that come up story with him and Blxckie sure did bring like a whole lot of hype to his name. So living with Lucas was one of the best things Blxckie did. Oh shit, I dropped my note. So what helped them was that they were dropping often, not just doing lives, but actually when they saw that a person or the fans were liking the songs, they dropped them. They dropped that shit. They didn't have to wait for months to drop a song. They didn't tease a song for 2 months. No. If 2 days later, after doing a live, and they saw that, you know what, this song is popping, they dropped the song. They didn't care. So I feel like they brought the energy and the life that SA hip hop needed, in a sense that everything was pre-planned, the features, the albums and everything. Like, it was dry. I think that's why the piano guys were taking over, not just because of the actual hits, because those guys have hits and SA hip hop didn't have none. But it was mainly because they were taking too long. They were planning this shit way over. The game was divided. let me just say the game was divided in a creative sense, in a collaborative sense, and videos, everything from videos, albums, singles. So Blxckie and Lucas were the breath of fresh air, that we needed. So the third point on my list of whatever is that this nigga was versatile. Like, this nigga was beyond versatile. This nigga was like, you know, when talent and hard work meet, it's called luck. Yeah, that's what's actual luck. So by the time Big Time Slapper is everywhere, I was one of the few niggas to view that shit when it still had 20,000 views. So I originally thought it was gonna peak at 100k or 200, seeing what Big Xhosa did. But damn, that shit went over. It went to 500,000, I think, within the first 3 months. I think everyone anticipated an album by then, but smart move. Blxckie didn't drop an album. No. He showed his versatility in a sense that he first dropped Uppity, which is still a trap track, but it was a little bit more nuanced. And then he dropped Hold on the 14th. Oh, before Hold, he dropped Stripes of Flame, which also showed some versatility. And then on the 14th of February 2021, he dropped Hold. Damn, like, that was a game changer because it showed Blxckie's other side in terms of the soft side. I won't say the soft side because I believe everyone has, you see, but like, it was a reminder to the fans that hip-hop doesn't always have to be about bars only. He did something for the female fans, and damn boy did he capitalize off of that. That's where these love EPs, what's it called, For Love and For Love Deluxe, yeah, that was the inception of it. I'm sure the nigga was like, oh, the reception to this is so great, then I should drop these EPs. My last point here is that this guy was often doing what was undone, was not being done at the time. The features, man, he killed every feature. He did another piano song, bruh. Sika was a game changer, and by keeping his album short, it was honestly the best move he could have ever done, because before now was the type of album that was like, it sounded like a debut, like, but it was so much more than an intro, because that's what generally a debut is, an introduction to this artist into the mainstream. But Blxckie had already had at least 3 solid bangers from before now dropped. But yeah, so he didn't really need like 20 songs on the album. It was gonna be overinflated, hence he did that on the deluxe version. So to answer your question, yes, Blxckie was what SA hip hop needed. He was the reviver. He was the reviver. Somnyama yena yedwa siyamkhonza, sikhonzile baba, into yenzelwe le game ngeke ntwana, ngeke yenziwe omunye umuntu. So yeah, bro, let me hear your thoughts on the comments down below. If you hate my opinion, fine. If you love it, tell me why. If you hate it, tell me why. Even though I don't mess with you. Get out. I'm gone.